name is Randy Bigley. Joining me on the podcast from Ag Credit, Ashely Snyder and Darryl Swinehart. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. And Darryl, you're from office. What office are you from?
I work in Bucyrus here, Crawford County.
Okay.
That's the county I cover.
And Ashely, you?
I'm out of our Upper Sandusky office. I cover Wyandotte County.
But Ag Credit covers 18 counties, basically in northwest Ohio. And we're still part of the Farm Credit System, which is nationwide. So I maybe explain to people we're just a different school district. I mean, Winford is different than Colonel Crawford, but we're still, so Ag Credit is part of the Farm Credit System, which is nationwide. So we're just
what makes you guys unique?
well, as far as we are an ag lender, and we mostly loan to farmers. We do rural homes too, but most of our focus is on farms. And what makes us unique maybe than from other institutions, we are co-op or cooperative, and the concept of cooperative is to, after as far as the earnings that we have, after our electric bill and my salary's paid, we do a refund, a patronage refund.
Okay.
And that refund is based on our earnings, and we give that back every year. And so the last 3 years we've been in at 40%, I guess it's been 40, 38, and 45 the last 3 years. So that is the interest that someone pays us, they get that in a refund.
Wow, okay, sure.
So it's not quite 50%, but that would be that's just because it's easier math to say if it was 50%, for every dollar that accrues on somebody's loan, they get 50 cents of it back.
Fantastic, wow.
But not quite, but so it's been, and that's unique. As far as, a bank or, not that they're, what they pay, maybe interest on a savings account. Our members are our stockholders, so that's their dividend every year. So that's something that's unique.
It is. That makes you guys quite different, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a cooperative thing that they do. Most cooperatives do that.
So. Ashely, want to add anything?
Yeah, sure. So something that makes us stand out in the ag lending community is a lot of our employees have ag backgrounds. I know I grew up in 4-H and FFA and showing cattle and goats and all of that. And a lot of our current employees are currently farming, so they're in it just as much as all of our customers are, and understand what's going on and how we can help our members. Another thing I want to point out is we have a special program for young, beginning, and small farmers. The whole point of us when the farm credit system started in 1916 was to help the young, beginning, small farmer get going and keep them going. So we have a program that is just for that. We call it our Ag Start program, and it's for young, beginning, and small members that are buying their first and second farms. We give them a reduced interest rate, reduced fees, and we are a little bit more lenient on our underwriting standards for that. So just a great program where we try to help our customers and community as we can.
Darryl, anything you want to add to?
Well, I think that's a good program as far as, because we need the next generations to take over, because without them, we're not going to be around. So it's nice to have that.
You see a lot of young farmers coming up. You see a lot of new farmers.
Yeah, I think yes, they are out there, and it's glad to see. I'm glad to see that too, as far as the new blood or whatever you want to call it.
Right, sure. It's nice to see, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, and it's rewarding to see that too, as far as to see those families pass on or have that next generation come on into the farm. And
do you see a lot of families? Do you see a lot of families passing on their farms?
Oh yeah. I mean that's the idea. I mean, as far as
yeah, sure, right, exactly, yeah.
It's and I think that's in a lot of businesses too, other businesses too, as far as that next generation. A lot of times follows mom and dad if they can,
right? And
more so, I think, in farming.
So if someone needs your services, how do they get a hold of you guys?
Well, it's been a lot of word to mouth.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
that's good. I mean,
but as far as to the next generation, but I mean, as far as we're located out here on Plymouth Street, just out of the edge of town, out there by producers. But we're on the web too, or you can get us online.
Yes, it's agcredit.net is our website. Yep.
Yeah. So Anything else you want to add, Ashley?
Sure.
Yeah.
Just some other outreach that we do. We do offer webinars to our members and non-members, and we cover different things like the grain markets and succession planning, as we're talking about getting the farm passed for the next generation. And we also have our own podcast series called Ag Credit Set It.
Okay.
And we cover all kinds of topics on that, and we take suggestions from our members as to what they want to hear about and try to get them the information that they need.
How can people listen to the podcast? Just where you hear normal podcasts, I guess?
Yep, where you hear your normal podcasts. So like the podcast app from Apple or Spotify, and you just search Ag Credit Set It, and it should pop up for you.
So you guys have changed with technology too a little bit then.
Yes, yes we have.
More Ashley than me.
All right. You kind of have to though, don't you?
Yes, to keep the interest of that next generation, you gotta keep up with where they're at, and they're listening to podcasts and going online, and our webinars, we've done those instead of in-person meetings, because it makes it easier for husband and wife to sit down and listen to that, and they don't have to find a babysitter for the night to go to a meeting to try to learn about things. So we're just trying to adapt
as
where
far
we
as
can.
the changes coming with signing online, as far as signing papers online, it's new to me as far as, but it's going to come. And we started some loans where we can send it to them over the internet, and they sign and send it back. That's been different for me.
I just refinanced and I told it was all digital signing for it. Every bit of it. It's new for me too. It's kind of weird to do that, isn't it? But that's the way it's going.
It's going to go that way. Yes.
Yep.
All right, guys. Anything else we want to add about Ag Credit before we go?
Well, it's a good place to work on the employee side too.
Yes.
And it's a good company. So
and,
we get out in the community, cover the fair and try to help with FFA and 4-H and get out to those organizations too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. You're pretty involved in the community, probably too, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of us that are employees that are part of the Farm Bureau Association too. I know I used to serve. I just retired from the board in Wyandotte County. But I know we have a lot of employees that volunteer there as well, and we do a lot of joint ventures together, meetings together, and we're at the fair together, and just try to get out there where we can.
All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate learning a lot about Ag Credit. Thank you so much for coming in.
Glad to be here.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you too.